We want to bring in the House Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries of New York. Leader Jeffries, we appreciate your waking up with us. Good morning to you. As we just heard from both Julie and Ryan, this, if it wasn't already, this crisis just got very real for a lot more Americans. Food lines at football stadiums. 42 million Americans beginning today are going to go without those SNAP benefits. This isn't just blue states, red states. Everybody is affected by this. Democrats have framed this debate as being about healthcare premiums, which are expected to skyrocket at the end of the year right now. But have we reached the point where other crises like those benefits, now no longer available to Americans, have become more immediate, that it needs to be addressed right now?
Well, all of it needs to be addressed, and we continue to believe that the government needs to be reopened. We need to find a bipartisan path forward to enacting a spending agreement immediately that meets the needs of everyday Americans in terms of improving their quality of life and lowering the high cost of living, while at the same time addressing the Republican health care crisis that now threatens for premiums, copays, and deductibles to increase dramatically for tens of millions of people immediately.
So, Leader Jeffries, the president says, let's just get the government reopened. Let's just get the government reopened, and then we can figure out a solution on health care, and I'm willing to negotiate with Democrats. Why not accept his premise on that?
Well, the president is clearly unwilling to negotiate. In fact, he's playing golf this weekend at his beach resort, and that's consistent with what we've seen over the 32 days that he and Republicans have shut the government down. In fact, Donald Trump, of course, has spent more time talking to Hamas and more time talking to the Chinese Communist Party during this government shutdown than he has with Democrats on Capitol Hill, who represent half the country. And we continue to say we want to sit down in good faith with the other side of the aisle to resolve this issue, to reopen the government, to make sure that people don't go hungry in America, the wealthiest country in the history of the world.
So to be clear, Leader Jeffries, how does this end? Is there some outside event that you see as an endpoint here? Is it some more major problem with flights? Is it perhaps the elections coming up this week in states like Virginia and New Jersey? Is it photos of families going without food? Where is the enough is enough point?
Well, we think that we had already reached the enough is enough point. The fact that we have hardworking federal employees who are being furloughed without paychecks or forced to work without pay, that's enough. The fact that Republicans refuse to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, don't want to spend a dime to keep health care affordable for working class Americans and middle class Americans, but over the last few weeks could find $40 billion to bail out Argentina and their right-wing wannabe dictator friend, is extraordinary in this country. It's also extraordinary that two federal courts have said that the Trump administration has the money and is required to make sure that not a single person in this country loses their nutritional assistance benefits so they can continue to put food on the table, including 16 million children. Yet the Trump administration refuses to spend taxpayer dollars in a manner consistent with what Congress had previously instructed them to do.
Leader Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader of the House of Representatives, we appreciate your making time to speak to us this morning.